In this workaday world that we have and in pro wrestling, Wednesdays and Saturdays, especially Wednesdays, sometimes because we're so stressed out because we got to get a lot of work done, you look for things that entertain you and make you laugh and take your mind away, even if it is just for a couple of seconds from what you got to do. And dealing with Kevin Matthews sometimes does that for me. Just
you can't hate Kevin.
No, you can't hate Kevin. No,
because he's so. But I'm just saying, even if you didn't want to hear Kevin Matthews talk,
yeah,
you can't hate him,
right?
Because he has this endearing quality, to him, and you realize that this guy. I don't know if he has a bad bone in his body. I really don't. He's a fascinating guy. Also, a little Kevin Matthews trivia here for you.
Okay,
when Travis Kelce was on Saturday Night Live hosting, Kevin Matthews was his stunt double.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
There you go. Another interesting note about Kevin Matthews. He had no idea who Travis Kelce was. They had just cast him. He doesn't watch football. So he really was unsure of Travis Kelce. He just knew he had a gig. And so he went and he did it.
Oh, God.
You're serious? He doesn't watch football?
Does not watch football. I have to, whenever there's anything football related, I have to slow it way down and break it down very, very slowly. Okay. You know what? Honestly, though, why? He's all wrestling. All wrestling.
Yeah, no, I get that. I got that. But he looks like he could have played football, so it shocked me.
Right. You know what I mean? If you're the high school coach and you see this guy, even
Kevin Matthews is on my team, by God.
Yeah, you're trying to sign him right away. It's just that's what you're doing.
Yes. Well, that's hilarious. I did not expect that today. I don't know that I know the origin story of how you became friends with Tony, Alex. Was that just the football connection?
He grew up reading me.
Right.
So when the Jags bought, and he read all the positive stuff I had on Tony Schiavone through the years. When Tony's family bought the Jaguars back in 2012, I was working for SiriusXM doing a training camp visit to Jacksonville, and he introduced himself to me, and we started talking about pro wrestling more than we did about football. And he told me he knew who I was, and we just got into this conversation. And then as time would go on, we'd be at the same events. It's almost like the wrestling circuit to an extent. I'm at an NFL owners meeting. Oh, there's Tony. So we'd strike up a conversation, and we built a level of trust, a friendship. And I was one of the few people who never tried to milk him for information on anything.
Right.
I just thought he was a really nice guy and who just really loved pro wrestling. And we were able to foster, that friendship. So to the point, like if he was at an event, we'd touch base and we're going to hang out. Yeah, we're going to hang out. And then in 2017, when New Japan had that first show down at the Pyramid in Long Beach, he said, look, you can stay at my place. Just, you buy your own, you get yourself out here and I'll take care of the tickets and the rest. And that's where you see the photo of us, cheering during the New Japan show that took place that time. And that's where I introduced Tony to JR, and that started their friendship. So It's been really neat to see that. It's just remarkable how it's just he has sprouted, so to speak, with all his wrestling connections now and all that. And I just knew how passionate he was, for it through the years. So that's what's been so much fun about this as well, just seeing what he's been able to accomplish on his own, because of his love of wrestling.
Sure. That's awesome, man.
Very blessed. Right place, right time, I guess,
Yeah, when you think about it, we're all very blessed to be able to work in the business at this moment. I get frustrated a lot, as you know, backstage, Alex, because of just it's the craziness of wrestling. I just write it off to that. It's always been that way. The craziness of wrestling. And sometimes it gets crazier because of so much stuff we have to do in a short window to get the show out.
Yeah.
So that really, but I never for a minute forget that at this time I'm able to work in this business again. And that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
How fortunate am I? And of course, the man we're talking to, Conrad Thompson, has a lot to do with that as well.
Oh, huge.
Oh, you do, you fat fuck. Shut the fuck Jesus Christ.
I know. You know what's scary is the the first image you see of All Elite Wrestling is Conrad Thompson and I, pitching the product in Jacksonville on January 8th of 2019. It is remarkable. But I mean, and we talk about Forbidden Door. I mean, Conrad, you were the one that sort of, broke down the Forbidden Door, if you will, with all the things that you did, with the podcasting. So are we done blowing ourselves here? Or are we good?
Alex, you got any good Blue Chew stories you can share with us?
No, unfortunately, no ODs either. So, you'll keep your sponsorship, which is good. I noticed a theme here about the people who are helping to pay for this program, but it's another story for another day.
Tony has a song. I don't know that you get a chance to listen to What Happened When every week, and I understand, but Tony is well known in the podcast circles as what the kids are calling a hog watcher. Are you familiar with this phrase, a hog watcher?
Yeah. Let me explain it to you, Alex. Some guys in wrestling make it very, very clear that they want everybody to know that they got a big hog. And it's very apparent, and I have to point it out, that, geez, stop, guys. I get it. Okay, do something else. Wear something else. So that's it. Okay.
What's going on here with this car chase, by the way?
Fucking knows.
So what we've got Kevin Nash stomping around out behind the BJCC, and we see Conan and Rey Mysterio trying to escape in a lowrider pickup truck. And Kevin Nash could have caught the truck on foot. Someone has blocked them in so they can't escape. Chevy Lumina acts like he's going to pull that guy out. He doesn't. And then he just starts wearing out the windshield. This is WCW at its best. They're supposed to have an escape scene, but somebody parked in the way. But, well, just beat us up here, I guess. This is crazy.
That was something. We've had a lot of things, by the way, take place away from the 3,600 paid or whatever it was.
Yeah, we have
in Birmingham. We have seen a graveyard match. We have seen multiple behind-the-scenes fights, multiple behind-the-scenes vignettes. Not a heck of a lot of wrestling.
No.
And that was one of the things that was wrong about what we did. Russo always told me, and I think he's said this on out there in his podcast or whatever, that he tried to make wrestling something for everybody. And by doing that, he may have alienated wrestling fans who enjoyed wrestling, right? I'm at the point to where he's in the ring with Liz right now. Are you guys at that point?
Yeah. He's made a few appearances on this show at this point, Tony.
Right.
I'm assuming he's going to ultimately win the world championship.
Yes, I guess he is. But my point here is that there's no way in this era that you could handcuff yourself and drag a woman to the ring. It's like, my God, has the world changed or what?
In a good way or bad way, Tony?
In a good way, Alex.
Okay, just making sure.
Way, you son of a bitch.
Just making sure.
All right.
He didn't. I'm with you. He didn't qualify that at all.
Shut the fuck up, Conrad. I'm getting double teamed. I'm getting double teamed by a damn Florida Gator and Alabama Crimson Tide.
Yep.